would you do that?
Hey.
How do you do that? Why can't I just do that?
Take it easy.
Do something
Take it
else.
easy. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the drama. Today, I know you guys are gonna say in the comments like you do every video. Why is Dev in the video? Every single video, you gotta put her in the video. She's in the chair next to me. The channel has my name on it. Today is a little bit of a storytelling drama that is still unfolding as we speak, and it has to do with someone on TikTok by the name of Michelle Bell XO. She has 4.3 million followers, and her whole thing is that she's a bartender. Her name on TikTok is Michelle Charlotte Bartender. And she had a little story she wanted to tell the internet, and I don't really know whether or not she should have told it, but we're going to listen to it today so I can see your reaction to it, and we can kind of talk about, you know, the ethics of what's going on and see whether or not maybe this should have been shared on the internet. But
Something's telling me this doesn't have to do with bartending.
oh, it does.
Oh.
Kind of, not really. A little bit.
Oh.
Actually, actually, before we watch the TikTok that is the main part of the story, I'm going to show you a TikTok of Michelle's from January of 2022 where she does a husband reveal, and she is also pregnant with their child.
All right, baby Ryder, we're ready for you. It's snowing out. Come anytime now.
Aw.
Oh, just a couple ready to have their baby. So, now let's talk about the TikTok that she posted just a few days ago that now has 4 million views. Let's listen to the story.
I just found out that my house almost got robbed on Tuesday night. Yeah, I thought about not telling you guys this story because it's an embarrassing story for me and for my husband. But if it helps somebody, I'm gonna tell it. I know I've talked to you guys about how my husband doesn't drink because he can't drink, because he can't stop. Like, once he has one beer, he has to drink every beer there is until they're all gone or the bar kicks him out or whatever. After that couple left,
Oh my God,
Isn't that
lady.
that's a wild way to start the story.
Just a...
I know, I'm like,
Why would she say it like that? Oh
he doesn't drink because he can't drink.
She's really airing it all out within like frame one.
Yeah, it's literally the first shot, and she's like, can't drink, he'll drink everything. He'll see everything and drink it.
there is until they're all gone or the bar kicks him out or whatever. After that couple left that my husband invited over, he had like 8 beers during the time that they were at our house, and it wasn't very long. So after they left, I went to bed. By this time, it's like 11:30 p.m., and my husband still wanted to drink more and not by himself. So he Ubered up to a bar. I didn't even know he left, you guys.
At this point in time, it's been about 2.5 years since that last TikTok we watched. So they do have like a 2-year-old child.
Oh my God,
in the
it's
home.
been that long.
Yes.
He gets home at 3:20 in the morning. 3:20 in the morning. The dogs start barking, and the dogs don't bark at him. So I knew somebody was with him. So I get up out of bed, and I'm immediately pissed off when I see the time. Okay, I walk out there, I'm a raging bitch. Okay, because why the My husband is like in the refrigerator trying to scrounge up something. I don't know what he's doing. I see this guy, he's walking around our whole house, scoping it out. But I didn't really think anything of that, right? And I'm just trying to get the dogs to stop barking so they don't wake up Ryder, our baby.
Wait, you got 2 dogs and you named your kid Ryder? That's a dog name. Sorry. Can I say that?
Maybe. Come on, the kid didn't do anything. He's just sleeping.
Kid's just sound asleep. He didn't do a
He's just
thing
sound
wrong.
asleep. He didn't do anything.
You just go downstairs and you're like, oh, it's so annoying. 3:30 in the morning. There's like literally a random person.
You know that it is 3:30 in the morning. What are you doing? Bringing random people over from the bar. Like, what bar did you come from? He starts like mocking me. This is why he doesn't drink, okay? Anyways, he goes, oh, I should be passed out in a ditch in some bushes somewhere. Thank God this guy brought me home. I'm like, Justin?
Justin?
No.
That's why you shouldn't marry a guy named Justin, because he'll grow up to be a full-grown man with the name Justin. Yeah, she's at home with her kid, and now she has to figure out her kid and 2 dogs, and she's got to figure out what to do with her full-grown ass husband who came home drunk with a random guy.
Yeah.
At 3 in the morning.
Oh my God. And she's like, oh, I like want to tell the story in case it'll help someone. Like, and I'm just like, no, like that is, I'm sure.
You're
but
the one.
She's also just wants to
Your
air it
family
out.
is the one that needs the help.
This is just so sad. I feel bad for her.
No, just wait.
no, we do not do this. And I look at the guy and I'm like, thank you so much for bringing my...
We do not do this like he's some kind of kid that just like walked home with a full adult stranger and he's not a man with a child.
This guy sucks.
husband home. I appreciate you. And at this point, the guy is like looking out our back window, like our back door, and he's like texting someone. And again, I didn't think anything of this. Like, my husband is one of those people that whenever he gets any type of alcohol in him, he trusts everyone. He was like, this guy, he's so nice. This was all happening Wednesday morning at 3:30 in the morning. Fast forward to Wednesday early evening, I go to the bar that my husband had spent the bar tab on my credit card, right? I
On
saw
her
the name
card.
of the
No.
And she's a bartender who, I think, according to my research, is looking for a bartending job right now, like a more long-term one. Because I've been seeing TikToks of her talking to other bars and trying to figure out, you know, which place has like a good working environment for her. I'm like, you have a kid and he's racking up a bar tab on your credit card?
On your card when you're looking for a job, like. That's awful.
Let me go see and let me go apologize. So I go there, I order one beer. Before you know it, the bartender is talking to somebody else about, she's describing a guy that sounds just like my husband. And I was like, wait, was he tall? And I like interjected a little bit. She turns to me and she's like, yeah. And she describes my husband. And I'm like, oh, my husband was here last night and that's him. She goes, oh, did you guys just move from Charlotte? And I said, yes, we did. She said, girl, it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. And I'm like, what is she talking about? I'm like, girl, I'm not blaming anything on you. She goes, did you get robbed? And I said, no.
I don't know. There's a couple parts of this story that are like weirdly trying to like over exaggerate some parts of it, because the whole like going up to the bar and then just happening to hear a conversation about someone that sounds like her husband when her husband's just like a tall white guy. So I don't know, people were confused about this in the comments as well, but
yeah, how did the bartender also know that he was gonna go get robbed?
Yeah, this is the part that I get confused about, but she kind of explains it.
What? Yeah, you better elaborate on that, okay? Let's just, okay, what happened? She said, I'm so sorry, I begged them not to do it. And I'm like, not to do what? Beg who? What? She said, your husband, we had to cut him off. This is why he doesn't drink, okay?
I'm like, dude, he does, though. He is. Why he doesn't drink? It's like, it sounds like he really does a lot. Too much.
And his phone was dead, so he couldn't order an Uber. She said, I tried to order him an Uber, and he wouldn't let me do it. He was like gonna get in the car with these dudes that were gonna bring him home. And she was like, and I knew that these guys were gonna rob him, and I begged them not to do it. What? So that's why that guy was scoping my house out, huh? Oh, okay. I wasn't mad at her. I'm not mad at her at all. I tipped her very well. I was like, you just saved me lots of things, because I haven't got my security system installed yet. I had already cashed out at that point. I just had one beer and I cashed out. And I get in the car and I call my husband and I'm like, listen here. Yeah, you being so naive and trusting everyone because you're a dude, and you think that I'm being paranoid because I don't want anybody that we don't know personally in our house. This is why. He is taking it so seriously, you guys. He didn't sleep at all last night. I was like, good, as you shouldn't have, because you are the one, you've caused this. You're supposed to be our protector and our provider and everything, and you are not protecting us by bringing some random people over to our house. And I'm like so scared because I'm thinking that they're gonna come back at a different time and know, like with other people, not just the one guy, and know what they're gonna take. And I'm scared. I'm getting my security system installed tomorrow though, so it'll be okay.
This literally is like the plot to a Mr. Nightmare video. Like this, God, this is such a Mr. Nightmare.
I don't know if you guys
That's
are familiar.
Mr. Nightmare, guys. I watched him ever since I was in middle school.
So basically she posts this story and she's like, this is why my husband doesn't drink. Ha ha ha, guys. Like, hopefully I could help someone out. Also posts this to her TikTok account of 4 million people saying that they just moved to Charlotte, saying that they don't have a security system installed yet. And I'm like, what is possibly going on here? Why would you ever share this publicly?
Oh.
And if you go to the comments, I mean, top comment just says, I don't think I would have shared this. And everyone is basically like, I would have had a hard time seeing my husband the same if he jeopardized the safety of my baby and I that way. This sounds like a divorce to me.
I don't know. We don't know her and stuff, but
Like, why are
I
you
hope she
sharing
has,
this with
like-
the public?
well, maybe she doesn't have anyone she can like share it with in her personal life, I guess, which sucks. But it's just like, damn, like I cannot imagine airing that out on TikTok. Like,
And that's what I would think. I would think some people are like, oh, maybe she's just doing it to, document just in case so people know about it. She's not necessarily like fully defending her husband here. She's obviously mad at him.
this sucks for the kid too.
That's where you may be wrong when it comes to her, not defending her husband, because she actually comes back with, all these people messaging her saying, this is a big wake-up call for him. And she responded and said, it is. He has woken up now, thank God. And then someone said, my biggest concern is why didn't the bartender call the police? She said, okay, I'm actually thinking about this too. Someone said, they're definitely coming back. She said, this is what I said too. This is also why my husband hasn't slept. And overall, I can't help but think, oh my God, this is literally insane that anyone would ever even, any father of a child who has his wife and newborn baby sleeping at home, like, what are you doing? You shouldn't even have that kid. That's insane.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Using the credit card too?
I know. Her credit card. Oh, that sucks.
It sucks bad, yeah. And then
Yeah.
this is what made me decide to do the video, because so this was posted 2 days ago, the original video, and 16 hours ago, this is when I decided that I needed to make this video, is because she responded to a comment saying you need a divorce, and this is what her response is.
You know what's so fucking stupid? Is that y'all are giving me advice like this. Have you never made a mistake when you were drunk?
Have you never made a mistake when you were drunk? Like, literally, your child and you, like, your lives were in danger.
Yeah, and she was so like upset about this in the other TikTok, like, this is why he doesn't drink, this is why he can't drink. Like, and just
And
airing
then-
out the whole thing on TikTok, and then when people are like, this doesn't seem healthy, you should get a divorce.
She's just pissed about
She's
it.
pissed. I'm like, why would you post about this if like you didn't anticipate people would say something like this?
It's so odd. I'm like, how did you not have the foresight to be like, everyone's gonna tell me that my husband's literally like crazy and I need to get out of there?
You have a child. Oh my God.
Have you never made a
And-
mistake when you were drunk?
But then her whole thing was like, I'm telling the story to protect you, like, guys, to make sure you guys don't make the same mistake. I'm like, this isn't like a new scam. Like, this isn't like a
No.
new scam that's arisen to not let strangers into your house.
I'm like, I think, yeah, it's
Like-
she literally acts like it's some tip, like, make sure you guys don't make this common mistake where you become an alcoholic and go out to a bar and meet a stranger and bring a stranger to your home while you're probably blacked out, drunk, and your wife and kid are asleep at 3 a.m. Are you in, like, what? Huh?
Never made a mistake when you were drunk. It was a pretty serious mistake, and I get that. And so does my husband. He understands that too. We did not get robbed. Probably because my crazy ass came out there, and we have dogs, and then the guy probably saw all the little kid toys and was like, oh, he's got a wife and she's not drunk. And look, he's got a kid, and look, they have dogs, and they don't sound small. I think my husband is lucky.
I'm like, just because you guys didn't end up getting robbed doesn't mean it's different at all. Just because the guys saw that you had dogs and that he has a wife and all this stuff, it doesn't mean that they still were given the opportunity to put your family in harm's way because of your husband. And we didn't get robbed. What are you guys mad about?
I can't believe, I can't believe I'm like, you were so mad about this. Like, we're all mad about it.
Yeah, and then once someone takes this, once anyone makes the assumption that, hey, maybe this isn't healthy, then suddenly it goes from, oh, this is why my husband doesn't drink, he's such an idiot. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, we can't make mistakes anymore, we didn't get robbed.
You've never made a mistake when you're drunk. I'm like, okay, so now you're just like
Yeah,
belittling the
it's-
weight of that. It's not just a little
And
mistake.
the weight of, like, actions of any like alcoholic who puts people in harm's way because of their problem. You're not like inherently a bad person, of course, if you are an alcoholic, but it's still your responsibility to make sure your family is safe. Nothing happened. You literally went to the bar, Ubered yourself, and chose to allow these people to take you home.
That I came out all sober and bitchy in this case because I done saw his face. And I had dogs barking in the background. Because you know what I think he was planning on doing? I think he was planning on waiting for my husband to pass out, and then he was gonna rob him. But he didn't realize he was coming home to a wife and a kid and dogs, and I saw his face.
That's
Like,
even
that
worse.
made things probably more complicated. I think that's the problem with our society now, though.
I think that's our problem with society now. Like, what are you talking about, lady? This doesn't change anything so far, by the way. She's like, oh, you think we should get a divorce? Well, we didn't actually get robbed. No one got hurt. That wasn't something that your husband did to fix the situation. You just got lucky. She literally says, I think my husband got lucky when they came home and realized that there's a kid and a wife. But even letting your wife come down and see this guy while he's inebriated, and she sees his face now, so if anything happens, she knows who that guy is even more of a danger to them. Because it's like, now, do we need to do something to make sure that she doesn't rat on us?
I think that's the problem with our society now, though, is that everybody thinks that if somebody messes up, that they need a divorce. Like, my husband is taking full responsibility for this. He realizes what he's done. We do love each other, and that is a choice that you make in marriage. And we're doing our best. We just moved from a city that my husband has never lived outside of. And I've been living in Charlotte since 2006. So yeah, we're stressed the fuck out. But before you judge somebody else, maybe you should remove the log in your own eye.
Okay, she's kind of right. Like, only in the sense that in a relationship, as a society, whatever, like, you should, you know, if someone makes a mistake, you shouldn't just drop them. Even if it's a big mistake, like, if that person is showing that they want to grow and change beyond it and is putting in that effort, then yeah, like, you shouldn't just give up on that person. But it seems like this guy has driven her to the point where she's airing it out publicly on TikTok. Like,
This is also like not a choice that just has to do with her and her own well-being.
Yeah,
There
there's
is
a kid
literally a
involved.
child involved. It's not like, oh, you know, I'm okay with staying in this relationship because I believe he's going to grow. It's like, if your partner does something that is that, like, lacks so much foresight in a situation that he puts the lives of his wife and kid in danger, like, that there's no second chances when it comes to whether or not they're gonna get hurt in a situation like that.
and now she's making excuses for him.
And now she's getting mad, like, pissed. So literally, you need a divorce, and she's like, why don't you remove the log in your own eye? I'm like, I don't think this commenter has the same kind of log in their eye that your husband has in terms of bringing strangers home to the family. People that were specifically there to rob him. It's not even like, oh, you brought a stranger from the bar who took you home and then he left and he was a nice guy. It's like, she is saying that they literally were planning on, and she saw them, like, conspiring to rob this house. It's a big problem. It should be treated as a huge problem. I don't think that he is worthy of being someone who has the ability to bring people into the house and be in the same space as his child. Like, especially with the description of, oh, once he drinks, he has to drink every drink there is. Okay, then why was he drinking that night? Usually, oh, we had people over and he drank, but this is why he doesn't drink. Sounds like he drinks.
This sucks. Like, this is crazy. I literally can't believe, like, we just moved somewhere we've never been before. We're so stressed out.
I'm like, yeah, I know. Everyone knows you're stressed, lady. That doesn't mean anything. Like,
Why are you making excuses for him now?
and she's so mad all of a sudden about it. And I think it's because she probably posted it and really got uncomfortable with just how many people were like, oh, your relationship is unhealthy and now everyone thinks that you guys shouldn't be married.
Yeah.
But don't you have, like, other people in your life who are seeing your content and know that this is happening? Are you not embarrassed by the fact that so many people know that the father of your child is able to put you guys at risk? And are you also not worried that this is just one symptom to a problem that is going to continue to be a problem. Like, this isn't just an alcohol thing. If you keep alcohol away from him, sure, it might help, but that doesn't mean that there's not a major, like, irresponsibility happening here. And she's also taking part in that by fighting against people who are, like, genuinely concerned about this.
We're stressed the fuck out. But before you judge somebody else, maybe you should remove the log in your own eye. Because if you've never made a mistake ever in your life, then come talk to me. And marriage does take work every single day. But didn't I say, for better or for worse? Yeah, this is the worst. This was a huge wake-up call for him. Now he understands.
And also, why is she talking like this? She's like so condescending all of a sudden about
like,
something that she should not be yapping about.
Yeah, like, I feel like she can say the same things, but not, like, be so accusatory of the person who's commenting that.
Yeah, no. You're really gonna be this, like, condescending towards people saying you should get a divorce, and you're not even giving that same energy to your own husband in the video.
I don't know why it took this for him to understand it, but either way, he has it drilled in his brain now. And he will never do it again. I know he won't.
It took him this long to understand that you don't want random strangers to be in the house. Like, this was a persisting problem that happened before. The way she's saying it is that he's finally had his wake-up call. But your wake-up call cannot happen when there are literal strangers in your house in the middle of the night about to have more people come over to fully rob you and everything you have right after you moved, and you don't have a security system set up. There's no, like, you can't come back from that mistake. Okay, so I watched this last night, and then she posted this video today, which I have not watched yet, but let's see it.
Fernando, who's installing our security system, his wife knows me from TikTok. That's Fernando. What's your wife's name? Misty. Hi, Misty. Do not worry, because now, if they do come back, good luck to them. Because Fernando hooked us up.
Why does she always talk in this, like... Oh, don't worry now, because now we've got you. Fernando set this up, and now you know where our house is, and that we also have a security system set up, so you can make sure to try to avoid that. I'm like, what is going on? Why? You should not be telling everybody every second of this. You shouldn't have said the first story. You shouldn't have followed up the divorce one. You shouldn't have shown the security system. You shouldn't even have talked about the fact that you don't have a security system.
Yeah, and maybe it's interesting, though, because it makes sense that, like, she did mention that they just moved, so maybe she genuinely just doesn't have any friends in the area yet, or, like, people in person that she knows well enough that she can trust with something like this, where she doesn't feel like she has to talk about it on TikTok, which is just really sad, and, like, that is stressful, but it's just like, come on, you can't get mad at the people commenting and, like, talk down to them like that.
No. Once there's a kid involved, and once you're putting all this shit out publicly, like, I just don't care. I don't care if you're the mother of the kid. Of course you get to decide what happens with the kid, but it's just so irresponsible. And then these kind of people turn around and act like everyone else is at fault for, like, assuming things about their life as if she didn't factually give, like, she didn't tell people and everyone publicly the details of this story. No one's assuming anything. They're saying, based off of all of these actions, based off of all of these events happening, that you're in a bad situation, and for the safety of your own kid, this doesn't seem like someone you should be with. But apparently we got to look at the logs in our own eyes at this moment, because that's wrong.
Because Fernando hooked us up. We have glass break sensors on every single window in our house. We have indoor motion.
She films her videos. It feels like I'm, like, skipping through an Instagram story.
Yeah.
Like, she just cuts herself off.
Somebody opens a door. Did you hear that? Yeah. We have a doorbell camera. I'm about to go out the back door. Right. We have 3 outdoor cameras.
Stop showing people where the cameras are on the outside of your house. Jesus Christ. Are you kidding me? Like, does she really need to explain every goddamn security device she has so people can make sure that if they do want to go rob her house, here's the 3 cameras we got outside. This is what happens when the door opens. We have glass break sensors. It's only going to do so much. It's usually that is set up for people who don't know that those things are there. So when they break in, the security goes off, but you're really like putting it all out there.
Like that. All of the outdoor cameras have motion detector lights on them that will follow you as you walk around. And if you stay in the light longer than 10 seconds when our alarm is set, it'll flash at you and we'll be alerted. Yeah. Ain't nobody coming near my house without me knowing about it, and then the authorities being alerted. Our security system is top notch. Okay, I feel so safe.
She's literally, I feel like it's a bit. She seems like a character.
Yeah, ain't nobody coming near my house without me knowing about it, and then the authorities being alerted. Our security system is top notch. Okay, I feel so safe.
Wait, what are the comments on the divorce video?
Now he understands why he can't bring strangers in at 3 a.m. Now he understands. I think it's the fact that he can't have a drink without getting blackout. I've never made a mistake that put my spouse and child in danger. The head bobbing. It's just too much, and I mean, everyone is echoing the same thing. I don't know if she ever had a past controversy, but I'm surprised that it took up until now for something about her husband to be told to this magnitude, because it seems like she just says everything that happens. She literally showed video of the cameras on the outside of her house. I don't know what to tell you. Like, she has 4 million followers. 4
million followers. I really don't know what to say. I'm pretty speechless on this, and all in all, I just hope the kid is safe, and hopefully this doesn't affect his life at preschool or something. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully those kids in preschool don't tell him that his parents should get a divorce. They need to look at the log in their own eyes before they take out the stick in someone else's or something. All I want to say to close out this video is that, of course, there is a problem with people on the internet overstepping and assuming things about other people online, trying to tell people what to do, trying to act like they know what's going on in other people's lives or whatever. Fine. I agree. But once you take this step over into the line of, you know, the safety of you and your family being at risk, that responsibility doesn't just fall on your husband anymore. It also falls on you to make a smart decision for your family. We're in the age now where your parents, all of their tea is just spilt on the internet to hundreds of thousands of people. Everyone knows the dirt, and they shouldn't. You shouldn't be posting things about this. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this installment of Drama Monday. I hope you guys had a fun time watching the video. If you do, there's a playlist at the end of this video with a bunch of other crap on it. We've got the Queef Jerky channel. We've been making more videos on He Said Us on this tour because we're traveling around so much. The greenisnotnick videos are a lot more limited right now. But for the next couple weeks, there will be a lot more He Said Us videos coming out. I put out a video of us watching and talking about the D'Amelio show, and now we've watched a couple episodes, and I will say there's a lot of drama going on in that show. I have more to talk about, but extra content over on He Said Us, Dev Limes, Queef Jerky, and I think that's about it. I do.
Yep.
Bye.
I do.